Hey, Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to City Skylines 2. This is episode 29. We're going to go ahead and try to mix in possibly both of the aspects that I was talking about in my goals and motivations for this episode. Those two things being an expansion to address some of our high demands that exist, but also reworking the south freeway, the 4-lane not split highway. We want to make a split highway. That's going to be a project. That's definitely going to be a project. But it's one that I'm looking forward to taking on in a little bit. I'm going to take the next pocket in Westworld and go ahead and lay out some streets and get it on the go. Look at all that park traffic along here. That means we definitely need more parking. I think there is a parking structure that's completely full. Okay. Good to know. We need more parking. That'll be one of the first things we do with this project then. Now the roads are fine through there. And this one is just a 2-lane. We are going to need something that enters neighborhood, and we could use this road right there, as we already have something kind of pre-built for at least one entrance here. Do we want to go diagonally? You know what? Let's go diagonally. So I'll at least take that to there. And then we're going to want to build in thing about keeping these roads close together like this shrinks the property size, makes them more affordable. So we're going to go all the way down here. Okay, I think we're getting into that territory now where we want to make some sort of road that is going to link together. There's the basic structure across, and that very much fills in, except this pocket. We need to get one more traffic circle, maybe one small medium road out to about there. I'm going to check services, make sure everything is okay for the area. Sewage treatment processing is not great. We are going to need more before too long, but we're still okay. Crematorium availability is hanging in there. Cemetery availability is hanging in there. Healthcare availability is great, and the neighborhood is covered. Garbage management processing is very good. Landfill fill availability is max. Ooh, elementary issues, huh? So we are having some issues with elementary now. We have one down there. If we were to put something in on this road, that does take care of this area. So let's do it. Okay, well that took us from orange into a tolerable level. The high school level is okay. That's with a new high school. We just added one. College. Holy crap, that's nowhere near covering our needs any longer. We need to add in a college. Will this fit? Not quite by the Space Center, but across the street it will. Alright, new college, new elementary school, the new high school, education. With our growing population, demand went crazy. That's going to help us cover what we need, only just. Back to the neighborhood. Fire and rescue is good, police is good, and we do have some bus activity through the area, but not great. We've got subway station just outside of it. And there is a bus that rolls on through the area as well, so it's okay. That'll be okay. Parks. Mostly, but not completely covered. So a small playground. And that covers the whole neighborhood. Yes, somehow. I missed this one. Okay, we've got the services in. This very much is a suburb, though. This is not meant for the big buildings. So we will start with some low density. Just on the edges, as you hit the main road, I'm going to go ahead and throw in some mixed housing. That'll bring a little commercial in there and add more housing. And I think that comes out as medium density. Yeah, apartments on top. So it'll give us a little bit more than just the low density stuff. That's already starting to fill in. We are also, likewise, very close to our 19th milestone. But that's one more neighborhood, smaller neighborhood filling in. The larger pocket that remains is still very much there and awaiting its addition. We now have one traffic circle to bring us into that area, and then technically have another one there. We can certainly add one in here, which will add in another route. But that would give us 3 ways to get into that neighborhood. This very hilly through here, though, is going to be a factor and could make the decision making on how to kind of run things through there a little tricky. And I might try to squeeze in at least a street worth or so of something a little higher density wise. Get in a little mixed housing or some medium density stuff. Maybe not the high density, but get in a little medium density anyway. The traffic's holding up pretty well there. The one area where traffic's not holding up is it's the cargo harbor. There's a lot of traffic going to that cargo harbor. The traffic we had trying to get onto Croissant Island, you can see how that's all nice and cleared up now. And the traffic on Croissant Island, definitely looking better. This isn't all backed up anymore. You just got a few vehicles at the intersection is all. And then the freeway is right through here. That's all cleared up too. Nice. Now is that access to subway and busing that's helped clear that up? Could be. Could be part of it at least. We have a traffic just a traffic jam. And all to do with this off-ramp. Yet again, huh? Yet again. Thinking it's time to change this to a one-way. So we've certainly done the partial rework. And it helped to an extent, but you can see just how backed up we've got both sections. Once again, big old traffic jam. Alright, traffic only wants to flow one way. The one thing I've been wanting to try for a long time is to turn this into a one-way road. And so we're gonna... Really? You can't do that? That is so frustrating that it wants to go one way, but it can't go one way. But there it's gonna go the same way. We can't go opposite directions. People wanting to cross the street here. Where are they even going? I mean, are you gonna walk onto the freeway? So let's oh, I'm hearing the subway train. Get rid of that crosswalk. And then they're all gonna jaywalk anyway. But that's now 4 lanes all going right. or the one going straight back onto the freeway, but that shouldn't be an issue. This will help clear things up if we can get the freaking pedestrians out of the way. Like, where are they even bothering to go? This will clear up though. Right, 4 lanes go in one direction. No crazy lane changes. It'll clear up. It'll clear up. That should do the trick. It's not even the freeway we were planning on reworking today. We've done one neighborhood. It's filling in. In fact, it's already structurally filled in. A lot of new houses there. And it did make a dent in the demand. But everything else, demand is high at the moment. Got one new building coming in. Or was that one already there? That was already there. Alright. Little Manhattan, hopefully, finally fixed. We're going to add in the beginnings. Just the beginnings, not a full total work. But let's get something to actually happen here. We have this first pocket. Let's fill that pocket in. Nice and simple. Now at the moment this isn't actually connected. Let's see if we can use our traffic circle. Yes. Okay. Got it in. Alright. So coming straight off the traffic circle. No other connections other than all the way back to the other side. Now there are not services here yet. We've added a transformer into the area, so we do have that. Alright, so we've thrown in all the basic services and we are ready to bring some people in. We have high density demand. Just a little bit cheaper. And wow, that's your high density needs being met right away. You got a freeway right there. You've got a secondary freeway right there. You've got big time parking. We've got 2 subway stations right there. There's an elementary school right across the street, a large city park, a police station, a fire station. Like, this should see needs being met. And that just took care of the high density stuff. But what about the high density commercial? We'll get that one in. Let's get the low density stuff on the road coming in over here. And we've got this one for some additional. We can throw in a little more high density with it. Okay, I think we can get additional commercial this way. Okay, I need to get more parking. We're going to make some medium density out of these roads, which means you got to have somewhere for the cars to go. So we'll maybe put them on the end caps. Will it fit? Not quite. That's fine. Side road it is. This one will get in the middle. This one will get on the end.
We're live, and we're
That's gonna mess with the freeway. Let's not mess with the freeway. It looks like I might need to expand. That's not looking like very many lanes. Okay, lots of parking because lots of density. Apartment buildings or the row house. We're gonna do the apartment buildings. That's why we're doing so much parking. We're really attacking some of that demand with this. It's going to bring a lot of people into this small pocket, but there's a lot of options. Here's to hoping that those options work. It's just beginning. There's a much larger area beyond it where we're going to hope to not have such high, crazy traffic. That's 2 big projects for expansion. We're about to hit 150K. We've got the Gatehouse Residences. 1 episode ago, we were at 230 million. It's ballooned to nearly 320 million. We are gaining 5 million an hour is our trend. That's crazy money. Really, what we have to do doesn't have to make financial sense. It's just got to get us milestone to milestone as we hit milestone 19. Massive Metropolis. 1 to go. 6.4 million. 25 progression points. That's going to be handy. 51 more tiles. We had plenty of tiles as it was. We still had over 100. But Megalopolis, last one. We need 80,000 more XP. It's going to take a while. That one took a while. But we'll get there. 1 to go. Okay, we'll get to that freeway here in a moment. Now that we've hit a milestone, let's go ahead and use progression points. See what we can do for ourselves. Underground parking building. Yes, please. Automated parking building. That's cool. Elevators, lift, stack vehicles with small slots on top of each other. Saves plenty of street level space. Let's go ahead and get that one. Parking suddenly has been a big topic for us. 14 more points. International airport. Makes the city more attractive for tourists and makes offices and commercial companies more effective. I guess we're going to make that move. That leaves us with 6 points. The early disaster warning system's unavailable for now, so we'll leave it at that. We did unlock new... No, what's the parking? Underground parking building. 200,000 for that. It's only 50,000 more than the overground one. 10,000 more on the upkeep. Comfort is higher. Comfort is even higher on the automated one. Plus 10. The upkeep's a lot higher. The expense is a lot higher. See, we've got plenty of parking structures around, but not so much in Westworld. There's only a couple of them out there. Definitely not in our industrial area. It's one thing that I have not kept up on in all areas. Some areas yes, some areas no. The international airport is only 4 million. The upkeep at 400,000 is not cheap, but gives us 18 gates, 2 train platforms, 2 bus platforms, cargo storage, 800 tons, nearly 900. Comfort is high at 90, plus 10% demand for software citywide, plus 10% interest in university education citywide, plus 10% attractiveness citywide. We have an airport on the west side. It's not being used a whole lot. We've got 3 lines, 351 tourists a month. That's the tourist part. That's so much higher now, 1,300 a month. There's definitely people wanting to come and visit. Citizenship movement, though, a lot. 5,000 out of 150,000. Buses are 46,000. It's much more. The subways, 87,000. Our airport, the additional one, has 3 prime locations. As we have something on the west side already, I'd want to move it to the opposite. Either to the north, to the east, or this southeast. This is not looking so flat. This might be a better area for it. We do have a rail line that does cut through there, but that would be really easy to put underground and get out of the way, tunnel it. But that could be some good residential area as well. This third area, not flat. This ridge line kind of coming down, and then it's very bumpy through there. Doesn't look like it would be a great fit. Oh my gosh, why do people not know how to drive? So many accidents all the time. Actually, that's pretty realistic though, isn't it? All right. In terms of the demand, we're down to the low density, and that commercial demand is so freaking high. But We've topped 150,000. We've hit that next milestone. We're going to start working on the freeway. It's going to be hard. It's a hard project. And I'm probably going to have to do the whole thing on pause. And then just let it sort itself out once we've managed to complete it. Finances are great, so that part's easy. Office demand is appearing. All that new high density stuff that we just added. Look at that big row of high density buildings up there and all that medium density with it. That's gonna get crowded. It's gonna get crowded real fast. Yeah, there's a lot of vehicles heading in. Oh yeah, look at that side already. Let's help that out a little bit. Let's make this a little more flowy. If I upgrade to 3, what are you going to give me? Okay, middle lane can go left or right. That's good. Let's do it. So far, internally, it's moving just fine. The traffic, no issues with any of that right now. Let's check in on Little Manhattan. Look at that. Folks, we cleared it up. Now we're just having a hard time getting back on the freeway. What if I will not give us a multi-lane ramp? Because it'll be from the other side. We've cleared up the freeway, but suddenly nobody can get on the freeway. They never had an issue before. It all go in one direction. Suddenly we've backed that up. We just can't win with these guys. No, see, you pull 2 lanes off and it's still only 1 to turn right. But that gets you the 2 lanes. Considering how that is built, we need to get away with that. Get rid of that particular crosswalk. And we've got so many crosswalks here now. More than is necessary. We want to do away with more of these. First off, let's get rid of that one. And we can get rid of that one. So many of those cars that were just getting backed up are starting to flow. Figuring out how to flow. On to the project. Here is the edge. It is going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. We're going to do it. Let's do it, folks. Pause is on, and so begins the Mega Freeway Project. We want to do away with starting there. Proper way to do upgrade through all of this. First check-in. I've only lost 1 house so far. I've reworked this full intersection, so we have what was coming off here, and then this is where it came together. So we now have 3 lane going on this way, 2 lanes here coming together as a 5 lane, quickly going down to 4, and then 3 so that we can continue on. That merges down pretty quick, but I would kind of rather have the merge be the opposite side, and I think I can maybe make that happen. That actually I think is going to work better. Alright, so 3 lanes, 3 lanes. 3 lanes down to 2 is easier than 2 lanes down to 1, so we'll try. We'll see what we can do with 4 lanes here. But we've got to start just removing. The upgrade tool is okay, but because I have to fit 2 in, I can't just build one next to the other one. I have to kind of go down the middle and work with the space we have. We already have the railroad tracks, and we're going to lose a lot of houses starting right about here. There's a whole group of houses lost. Alright, on to this section. And I'm already seeing one problem that I'm going to have to deal with. We're going to have to split it off back here. Or I'm just going to have to dip down lower through here. Ooh, this is tricky. Okay, let's try it without the freeway already there. Without losing any other houses, just some backyard. Alright. Phase 1 is almost complete. Got to bring these two together still. Okay. Ground looks wonky there, but it will work. It will function. Back to 3 lanes beside it. Without losing all the houses. Little zigzag there where we're making room here, but it does work. Told you this was gonna be a project. And it most definitely is. But we are at the stage where we are hardly losing any houses. 1. And I did not think we were gonna have enough space to do that, to make that part work. Happy zone that I can almost hit. Alright, hopefully that works. Okay, for now, we'll take that to there. For now, we almost have a functioning highway. Except for the other side is going to disappear and you have to go off and get back on. There we go. Okay. So we're kind of having to go around the roundabout. Just going to make this easier to go straight and continue. Tell we're definitely going to lose a lot of houses along this stretch that we're on now. It was already packed in really tight through here, and I'm just not seeing a way to make that any easier. One thing that's helping at least is bringing it down to 3 lanes through here. I'm somehow doing this with only losing a couple houses for the time being. Until you get to there. We have covered half the distance so far. This is a project now though that is very much not yet done. We're going to have additional space here shortly. In fact, I could make additional space immediately if I move the train tracks just a little bit back to here. Just peel it back a little earlier, you know. That'll give us some additional space, but the worst of the traffic is in this section. The tightest section is right there as well. It was the first piece that I did way back when we did not have anything near this kind of traffic, when we really only had about 15,000 at the time, maybe 10,000 at the time. But the finances are still fantastic. We are making progress, but I'm going to go ahead and take this halfway point as a good stopping point. We've been working on this a bit too long, and it's time to wrap this episode up. So that's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. We'll finish this up next time. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.